Hey everybody, Heather from Hojo's Teaching Adventures here again. I just want to continue with our writing series so that you can help our youngest writers learn to write. Okay, so just a quick little recap. We have already learned that we will teach them not to scribble, that letters, even if there may be letters that as adults we don't know make sense, are the start of writing, but that they can listen to sounds to start writing words. And then we have kiddos getting a bit more, a month or so into this, where, goodness, they're starting to recognize their sight words like is, they're starting to include, more punctuation, things of that nature. So the next step is just more detailed stories. So again, I would have the kiddo draw their picture. We're going to stick with the cat. I'm not going to draw it for you a third time because I'm going to just spare all of us. But I'm going to continue to write. So this kid now is maybe 3 months into the school year. And it varies. I've got kids that sometimes start here. I would have kindergartners by the end of the year who didn't even want to draw anymore. They just wanted to write their story and get their whole story down. And sometimes they would write a page and a half, which for them would be 8 lines of text. So like 12 lines. I mean, when I would type it out, even in like size 18 font or 14, whatever I would end up using, it would be almost half a page. So they were really writing stories for their age. But so we're just going to continue. At this point, we've really been talking to them like, oh, we always start sentences with capital letters and sentences end with normally periods. But if you're asking a question, it's a question mark. If we're excited, it's an exclamation mark. And you're always going to have that kid who everything's exciting. It's so exciting. So we have to tell them that we save those for special excitement. All right. But so this kiddo is going to write, my cat is nice to start. So they know that that's been a sight word they know now. My cat is nice. And they're like, oh, that was my whole sentence. And they put a period. So my cat is nice. And then she is friendly. She is and she is friendly. So you can hear how they listen to the sounds. Friendly. They're gonna miss them. They're picking up whichever ones they pick up. And that's okay. She is friendly, and that's exciting. So we're going to add that exclamation mark if we're, 5-ish, 6-ish. And then I love her. Okay, so that's kind of what a kid might write. My cat is nice. She is friendly. I love her. So I would come in here and be like, oh, can you read me your story? And they would read me their story. I'd be like, wow, you wrote 3 sentences? That is so amazing. And you've written about your cat a few different times this year, but I didn't know she was friendly. You're giving me more details, and that is awesome. That makes you such a good writer. So then I would come up here, and at this point, we're going to have a lot of stars because my cat is, and the nice is going to be N-I-C-E. That one's tricky. That C says an S sound. That's not normal, is it? And then she is friendly. Ooh, friendly is like a 3rd grade word, probably. I can't believe you got that one so close. Look at that. You an F-R-D-L-E, just like they did. That's amazing. And then I love her. Oops. Okay. So this would kind of be what my sheet or what the corrected sheet looks like. My cat is nice. She is friendly. I love her. Now at this point, I would be keeping track, and I'll include a link in the video. I would be keeping track of the words that the kiddos know. So at this point, if I didn't already have my cat is, she is, and then I would include those on their chart. And what it is it's just an A to Z, the words they know. So you can look at them. And it also works great because like if they know the word cat, and tomorrow they want to write about softball and how they held the bat, you can be like, well, you can spell cat. I bet you can spell bat. Think about that. They're rhyming. What do we know about those? Because a lot of times they have the same ending, especially when we're in these easier words. We're really going to focus on finger spaces. I know some teachers like to use like popsicle sticks or something like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I want to use something they always have on hand with them. It's just one less thing I have to keep around. It makes them less dependent, and they can just put their finger up there. And when they get sick, that they just put it away, versus a popsicle stick can become a toy. So that's just personal preference, not something that you have to do, but something to keep in mind. So yeah, we're just going to continue to work like with friendly. We're working on more sounds. We're working on that spacing. We're working on the punctuation, which they were excited about their cat being friendly. And I don't know that I would normally add that, but they only did it once. So I'm going to let it go. Another thing, just kind of I guess more of a helpful tip, is if they get stuck, which in a year of teaching kindergarten, I only had to do this a handful of times, but I had just a little basket of like fun pictures. And it was things that I knew my kids would enjoy. Like I had some unicorns, I had some dinosaurs, I had some farm stuff for all my little farming and ranching boys and girls, I guess. But anyway, I would just keep them, and I was like, go through there and pick out a picture you could tell a story about. And like I said, in a whole school year, normally their little brains have everything they want to tell you. Like sometimes they want to do more than one. And we would do this in a writing center that lasted, depending on the day, anywhere from like 10 to 20 minutes a day, where they would write this out. I mean, I know I'm doing it in 30 seconds, but it takes them a bit. And one day they would see me. One day they would illustrate the previous day. One day we would work on the sight word of the week. They would have a little activity. And I'm going to link to all of those things to try to make it a little easier for you so you don't have to go out there and find them. But yeah, the pictures is just an option in case you have a reluctant leader or somebody who just don't have any ideas. And we all do that from time to time. So yeah, you just want to keep building on what they know. If you have a kid that's been writing 3-word sentences for weeks now, you can go, hey, let's write 4. We can do that. What's another word? Instead of, what was that first day? I like my cat. It could be like, oh, that's 4 words. Could we make them 5? What color is your cat? I like my black cat. And just get them to continue to expand. Ask for more details. And you're going to get to know them and their writing style. You keep reinforcing what they're doing right. Like, yes, we're correcting them, but I'm not focusing on, I don't expect a little kid to know how to spell nice yet. That's tricky. The English language is weird. There's no way I expect a little kid to know the word friendly. So I'm really focusing on this age is just they're getting their thoughts down on paper. They're conveying a message, and just focus on what they're doing right. Like, look at all of these awesome stars. So with that, definitely ask any questions you may have in the comments. I will get back to you as I can. And I will be sharing all of these in a blog post at hojostteachingadventures.com, and also all the links to the different things that I did. But I hope this was helpful to help you get your littlest learners writing. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.